Hi everybody, welcome back to Californication. Today we're talking about bike racks and this little beauty, the Strada DL 3/4. So yes, we're here on this beautiful sunny day, the first one we've pretty much had all year. The Atera Strada 3DL/4. The 4 is for the additional bike. So we've got a standard unit here that comes with the 3, and then you put the additional rack on to make that a 4 bike carrier for a tow bar. The benefits of having this type is the fact that when you open your tailgate, you can move this whole bike rack away from the tailgate, which means you can put your bikes on there, and if you need to get anything out whilst you're out on the road, you know that you've got the full clearance to get your tailgate open and get anything out you need. Now there's another thing to that, because if you've got a slide out trailer like I have from Spacemate, this makes a hell of a difference, because when you are out on the road, you can still pull the drawer all the way out, get the bikes out of the way, nothing hits the floor, nothing hits the van. It's a great benefit to have when you're out on the road. We're going to go for that now. I'm going to show you fitting it, put the bikes on, and go through all the ins and outs. So the Strada 3DL/4. So as you can see, this is the additional section here for this rail, which is really easy to put on. I still need to pop that back in there, get it on, and all this does is connect here straight onto the bar, and it's really, really sturdy. So it comes pretty much as is. So when you get it, this is all connected, this is all connected up, all ready to go. So when it comes to the build of what it is when it originally comes out, you don't actually need to do anything other than take some cardboard fittings off. This is the only part that you really need to add on if you want the additional 4th bike. The 3 bike setup comes with these 2 straps, and you get this additional connector piece there as an option, and you also get this connector as well. And for the 4th bike addition, you get this. Now the way it works is you've obviously got these 3 straps here, and then to get the last bike rack on there, you need to connect this onto the final bike to hold that 4th bike in place. So by holding it like this, we should be able to put it on relatively easy. It goes on with it tilting to the back like this, and this top bit connects over, lowering it down slightly, and you just have to get it to catch. Don't forget to hold down the trigger here, and then you can push that down, and then that's in place. Key thing to notice here, there's a little red button. You have to be able to see a tiny bit of the green to know that it's in place. Once that's done, just make sure it's fixed and it's relatively straight. You can take the key out, and that is firmly locked in place. So what we're going to be doing now, we're going to be connecting up the bikes, and as you can see, these have all got keys on them with these ratchet sets on here. We're going to go through exactly how to use those. Each one of these comes with its own key lock, and then we're going to be putting these in place. You can move these sideways because there are connections on here. You can undo these to move these either side, just to make sure we clear any of the bike's frame when we're putting it on. So one thing I would do whilst we're setting this up is undo each one of these straps, just ready. They literally open up on these ratchets. So we're going to just get this ready to go, open these up fully. At least then we'll be able to get the bikes in place. And these are a bit tricky, so they kind of need to be bent back a little bit. Perhaps it's probably easier just to fold it back as much as you can to get the bike wheeling. It's worth noting that just behind this ratchet itself, and I'll show you on the video, is you can just push it and it comes out nice and easily. One of those learning things I've just realised. So one thing I have found is when you do bring your bikes on, getting these straps in place at the beginning is a bit of a painful situation because they don't really fold all the way out the way. As time goes on, I'm sure they'll get a bit easier, but you really have to hold this bike, if you're doing it on your own, to get these straps out of the way without the bike falling. So what I'm going to be doing now is just get these straps on, just to make sure that we're not going to have any issues with it falling off. And once they're in, the ratchet is where you pull it towards you, it actually starts pulling it in. So we'll just leave that one slightly loose. Just gives me a bit of movement. Same with this one, through, And we're just going to move it a little bit. I've got these two sliders as far as I can go, and they seem to be fitting okay. And then what I'm going to do next, it just gives me that little bit of movement to actually put the next fitting on, which is the strap for the actual centre bar itself. This is very bike dependent. Now, where you've got these straps coming through, where a bit of trickery comes in is we're going to have to start thinking about these being through when you start to put the bike in place. Now, this is the first time I've actually put this on, so I've got to get this to a point to know exactly where it's going to come through here to get my second bike in place and my third bike in place, because where this sits, it's got to come through and meet bike number 3, and where the slightly smaller one sits is going to be bike number 2, and then we've got the strap, which is going to go between bike 4 and 3, which is an independent one. So that's not too, I'm not too worried about that. But at the moment, I'm slightly concerned of how we're going to get these set up. I think once we've done it once, it will make perfect sense. I might have to switch this bike for number 2 instead, and then just see if that works, because the frame's slightly different on that one. So definitely this time, putting this one in with the strap out of the way has definitely helped, because now the strap didn't cause me any problems and was easy enough to get in. It's just a case of getting it through the right spokes, I suppose, to make sure it goes through, and use that ratchet to pull it in. So right, fingers crossed, the frame's going to sit in the right place when we put this one up. I haven't moved the wheels to where I think they need to be as of yet. I'm hoping, because it's a smaller bike, I've kind of estimated it, and it will work. So I'm just moving the rubber grommet around, which is a bit tight, and we're also going to quickly just move this into position as well, again, just to make sure the bike doesn't fall. I can tell that I've just done this for the first time, because I've just noticed a massive boo-boo. So I'm going to have to move this bike, because this is in the way. So I can't get my next bike in. And obviously, with the pedals that way, I can't turn it. So I'm going to have to undo this strap. That's the only one I need to undo, really. That will let me back pedal it or forward pedal it to get this pedal out of the way. But then I've got to be conscious of that hitting anywhere here. We should have a bit of space. We'll give that a go, and then we'll get bike number 4. This is why I'm here, to help anyone else that makes mistakes try and learn from me. Hopefully not learn the bad things that I do. So we're going to undo this. As I said, you've got that ratchet, push that, you've got the button. That should allow this to come out easily, which it does. I'm going to move that out of the way. There you go, you've got this in the way, so that helps. And then let's just turn this together out of the way. Right. Let's see if now we can get the other bike on without this pedal hitting. All right, so bike number 4, it's taking me about 25 minutes so far, but I think once you get the hang of where these all go and how the pedals are, I'm going to be taking a picture of this for me when I come to do it next, and hopefully I'm going to learn from these experiences. Now I'm just going to get the strap between this bike and this bike, which is here. This also comes with its own key, so you've got to remember to take this with the rest of the keys that you have. So we're going to unlock both of these sides just to make life easier straight away, and then we do one at a time. You notice at the moment I'm leaning against the bike to try and not put too much tension on the wheels themselves. So we'll undo that one. Got that strap that needs to be pulled out, sort of centralised. Bring that to the first bike. I would say keys upright so you can actually see what you're doing with the ratchet. And we're going to try and get this in place. So we'll just do it loosely at the moment. Remember, this can twist as well, so you can match both sets of frames. Now, you can either do this from the top here, or you could do it between the two, but the one thing you have got is you've got a bit more movement in between the two frames if it needs to lean outwards. So we'll do that. Okay, so I'm just going to keep leaning against this. Push that in. And then we're into the ratchet to hold this in place. And don't forget, there are straps as well, which are going to hold all these bikes in place around. I've never done this with bikes on there before, and I'm not sure how it's going to go, but we'll give it a go. Right, there's a green button. We're going to push that. Then there's a little thing. I saw somebody sort of stand on it. Got the button pushed down, and then stand on it. That's it. And it doesn't move. Okay, push that down. Ah, here we go. I won't lie, that came down a bit more than I expected it would. But this is why. So, as you can see, for me, this is absolutely perfect. I have one slight worry, is that I need to figure out if I need to strap this to the tailgate itself. It does come with metal straps to do that, but I'm not sure if I want to get this damaged or not, whether I'm even allowed to even do that, but I might see if I can use the straps and connect to this part, just for a bit of added security. But the good thing for me, because of my SpaceMate tray, it also allows me to pull this out fully, and I can get to everything I need to get, like the old trusty Porta Potty 335. Now, just a thing I just completely forgot about is obviously this thing connects to the lighting, and if you look down here, if I move my trusty SpaceMate tray out of the way, you've got your connection here that just slides off, and on the side of my tow bar you've got your connections on here, so that just obviously connects up, screws in place, and then that sits quite nicely in there. So, in conclusion, the Atera Strada 3/4 DL, German made, is no doubt a really amazing bit of quality and a brilliant bit of kit, and it's going to tick all the boxes of everything I need it to do. I'm not going to say it's easy to set all this up, and it's going to be very dependent on your bike type, size, frame type, a lot of things really. But if you do need to go away and you need to put 4 bikes, obviously the other way on the old 6.1s and the 6s and the 5s, you had the tailgate version. If you have the bikes on there, they'd all have to come off. Yes, it stays on the van all the time, but for me, this is a great option, because even when I do get to the site, I can take all the bikes off, I can take the tailgate put off, leave it there, connect it all to the bikes, put a big chain around it so nobody nicks it. But you do obviously need to then store the rack somewhere, so I've had to obviously find somewhere for that, bit of placement for that somewhere else, but it's not that big. It does fold away quite small, as you can see. But yeah, great bit of kit. It's quite expensive, sort of £500–600, because you obviously got to get the standard 3 and then the additional bike rack on there. But it is, I think, a great bit of kit for what we're going to be using it for. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. If there's any questions you have on the Atera Strada DL 3/4, please let me know in the comments. More than happy to help. And yeah, I'll put all the links in the description exactly where it's from. And if you want to see any videos, please put it in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon.